Subliminal therapy, in other words, helps you locate inside what the true meaning of your physical hunch, that is a stomach ache in your case, a physical hunch has some nugget of truth that lies somewhere besides your conscious mind.
Yes, that's really true.
Is there a word for it in your awareness?
When Dr. Yeager first started doing subliminal therapy, he called that entity control because he looks at it as there are many parts of your mind and there's this central being that kind of has control and is able to communicate with those different parts. So I kind of still think of it that way. I know that he's changed that term to centrum and has a broader vision than when I first started with him, but that's where I am today on that. What's interesting for me sometimes is that I find that there are parts and they're not all grown up. So there's children parts sometimes, and it's like if I'm afraid of something, where does that come from? Oh, that part that's afraid is maybe 5 years old. Sometimes she's 15 and embarrassed. And getting through that and recognizing it, I can actually, through subliminal therapy, communicate with that part about that feeling was appropriate at the time, perhaps not appropriate today, perhaps not the best way to handle this situation today, although it worked at 15 or at 5. And then that part gets to grow up and become an adult and integrated into the whole.
How does that work?
I don't know. It's like magic. It just does. I give the suggestion, control or centrum. Please work with this part to help this part grow up, to know and have the knowledge of life today and how today works. And it's just kind of interesting. I have a health issue. Diabetes runs in my family. And so I work on my weight. And part of it is educating the parts about the health issues involved. Weight's easy from a vanity point. We all want to be thin. But I have a health issue about it. And many's not the right word. But the parts don't all understand the health issues. And
Some parts want chocolate cake.
Well, yeah, don't we all?
Don't all parts.
And it isn't even that chocolate cake is bad, it's that too much chocolate cake is bad. And so some parts are happy eating like I eat today and maintaining the weight that I have today. Other parts would be willing to be heavier because that means more chocolate cake.
I see.
So dealing with the parts that don't understand, it's really kind of simple. Do you understand the issues with diabetes? And the answer is often no. And then we talk about all the, not just the symptoms, but the long-term consequences and how it isn't healthy. And then it's like, oh, well, I want to be healthy because if the body doesn't sustain, none of the parts do either.
I see.
So I kind of use that rationale and logic with the different parts as I work on different issues.